Hi everyone, Sonia here from Sonia's Mixed Media, and I thought I'd do a little catch-up video of what I've been colouring and some supplies that I've bought in the last 2 weeks, I think. I thought I'd do my videos a little bit more regularly because I do so much colouring, and it's a long time to wait a whole month to see all those beautiful pictures coloured by all us colouring YouTubers. We all seem to wait for the end of the month. So I thought I would start doing these videos fortnightly and see how I go. So we'll get on with it, and the first thing I'll do is show you some supplies that I have bought. So I'll just put these to the side. This is my little colouring sort of table that my husband made me. I put it on my desk and I just prop it up, and it just puts the book on a bit of an angle for me, so I'm not straining my neck as much. So he made this for me a long time ago when I used to do a lot of drawing, and it's been really good, and I use it here on my desk. Now the first thing I want to show you is this beautiful pencil case I got it on Amazon. And I bought it because I bought some new Starjoy pencils, and I looked up, I came across a video I was watching, and someone was reviewing the Starjoy pencils and said that they were very much like a polychromo pencil, but probably a quarter of the price. This set is a 120 set. And I think it cost me 70 Australian dollars, and that included the shipping with Amazon Prime. So of course I had to get a new pencil case to hold all my pencils. So I grabbed this one, and it fits about 4 pencils in each sort of elastic slot, because these pencils are the thinner style. But I do, sometimes they pop up a little bit if you stick 4 in there. So a lot of the slots I just try to put 3 in there instead. And so I've got those in here. And this one actually, I think it said it held 160 pencils. So I do have my 120 set Starjoys. And then in the very last sleeve, I have a lot jammed in there, but I've got my polychromos in here, and a few in the elastic down the bottom because I couldn't quite fit them all. But polychromos are a thicker pencil, so nicely they only fit about 3 of the polychromos in this slot. Otherwise they seem to sort of pop up a little bit. It doesn't bother me, but I know how finicky some colorists are, and they wouldn't like that. They'd like it all nice and flat, but it doesn't bother me at all. So I've got them in the back as well. If you're wondering about the Starjoys, they are a good pencil. They are, I would say they are slightly like polychromos, but I definitely still believe 100% that the polychromos are a better pencil. They definitely are worth the money that you pay for them. And I still do prefer those over the Starjoys. But the Starjoys, for their price, are a really good pencil to have on hand as well if you're looking for a more budget pencil that is kind of similar. Anyway, so that's my cute little case I got, and it zips up. It's really well made. I think it was around the 35 Australian dollars. And it has the little handle on the side. And then in the front, I just keep my Uniball glitter gel pens, which I've also just got for Mother's Day from my daughters. So I got the sparkly silver, the sparkly gold, and a white, which I don't really use too much, but it will come in handy. And then in here I have a little cord because I did buy a little clip-on light that clips onto my little stable table when I'm colouring in the lounge room watching TV. I watched, I think it's Anne, I don't think her name, Anne Hatfield. I hope I got that right. I was watching her, and and she bought this little clip-on light from Amazon. I thought, yeah, that's exactly what I need. So I just keep that cable in there as well, so I know where that is, and then I take this off to the lounge room with me. So that's that. I also did buy from Amazon, and I can't remember how much these were, but it was from US. I got them from US, and it's a 18 pack of just glitter powder. So that's all the glitter colors I got, and it's all loose glitter. I really like loose glitter when you just use some glue and then sprinkle it where you want it and dust the rest off, and it's really pretty. I've also got glitter glues, of course, but these are also nice for a different effect as well, so I did buy those. Just thinking if there's any more supplies. I did buy, I won't show them to you, but oh, they're just here. I did buy a bigger set of Ohuhu, the alcohol markers. I had the small set. I think this was the 40 set, and then I got this set here, which I think is about 80 or 100. I got those as well because these ones were starting to run out. And I love the little cases they come in, so good. I haven't really used those yet. Okay, now we'll get on to my colouring pages that I've completed the last fortnight, and then I will show you some a couple new books I've just purchased. So the first one I've worked in, well, no particular order actually, but the first one to show you is The Time Chamber by Daria Song. This is a book I've had for a few years now and haven't worked in for a long time, so I thought I would get it out and give it some love. So I did this page here, which was just a really fun page to do. This is what I used: a lot of glitter and gel pens. I'll just pop my light on and you'll be able to see how shiny it is perhaps, and pick up some of that gloss. So I used metallic paints, some new glaze pens I got for Mother's Day. I used that on the cake, on the little stars. I used it on the ribbons. Some of the cookies had glaze pens. The rest is in pencil, coloured pencil. And then I used my Uniball Signo pens for the glittery silver and gold stars. And then I did have some crystal, I'm trying to think what it's called now, crystal gel glaze. I'll see if I can find it. It's in one of my pencil cases. I can't quite see it right now. Where's that gone? No, it must be in the other room, sorry, but it's a crystal glaze, and it sort of gives a three-dimensional look. And I don't know if you can see, if it's catching it on the camera, but I put it around the cookies here, and it made them glossy and sort of 3D effect. And then I used just some watercolour paint for the background, and then I used some glitter glue for the sparkles, and just smeared it around with my finger because I didn't have my loose glitter yet at that stage. So this was just a really fun one to do. Sometimes I just feel like doing these really sparkly, glittery pages. I watch a YouTube channel called Colouring with Kay, and this is really her style, where she uses a lot of gloss and glitter, and I love watching her videos. Haven't quite finished it. I still have to do the border around the outside, but yeah, it's just a really fun one to do. I'm quite happy with it. Oh, the biscuits. So I did that one. Then I did a buddy colour. Whoops, I just lost one of my bookmarks. I did a buddy colour, just finished this recently a few days ago, from Imaginemorphia. This was with a friend of mine on Instagram, and who I actually know personally. She lives down the road. We've been friends for a long time, and so we picked out a page to do together, and we did this one here, the little beetle, and this was all using the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils, which is a budget pencil we can get here in Australia at Big W, and they are very much, I can just describe them as creamy like Prismacolors, but again, quarter of the price. Really great value pencil, and I really liked using them, and that's that one there. And didn't feel like doing a background because I thought there's so much colour and so much going on in this picture. I thought I'd just leave the background nice and clear white. Julia's is really fantastic as well. She coloured it a similar sort of way actually, but she used more greens, whereas mine's more the dark blue. And if you want to see this and Julia's, you can see it on my Instagram channel, which is Sonyasmixedmediacolouring, and it will have both the pictures there for you to have a look at closer. And then I did a few in a million bears. Like I said, I've been watching Colouring with Kay, and so I wanted to get out all my glittery gel pens and glitter and just have fun. So this is my really fun time book, and I always do this on my desk rather than in front of the TV, because this can get quite messy. So I did this page here with all the sweets in the jars and the teddy bears on the shelves, and I think it turned out really nice and bright and colourful. It was a really fun page to do. I really enjoyed it. So it's all coloured with glitter gel pens. This here, the silvery pants, I really like this one. This is just loose glitter that I put glue down first and then just shook the glitter on top. And the background is done with, I think that was just soft pastel. And the shells, which if you have a look, have got quite a nice shiny sparkle to it. I actually made my own paint, and I saw a video how to make your own acrylic paint, and this was using sparkly eyeshadow and Mod Podge, gloss Mod Podge, and then you can make your own paint, but you have to use it straight away. You can't store it or anything, so you just make a really little bit and then you can make your own shiny paint like that. That's really awesome. The next one I did was this one here. So this was the teapot. All of this was done with my Uniball glitter pen. I also used, for the brown areas, I used just Crayola Super Tips and glitter gel pens, and the background I used my budget metallic paints, which are just watercolor paints. I don't know if I've showed you before, but it's just a set like this I got from one of these budget shops, and I think it cost me like, I don't know, $2 or $3, and they are really nice and metallic and glittery. And you can see the sparkle there for that one. And I really like how it turned out. I wanted to use a limited palette, just the gold and bronze and silver, and then the blues. And I think it worked out really nice. It's probably one of my favourite pages that I've done in this book. So you can see all the glossiness of that one. And then I also did this one here. Again, use that lovely metallic paint in the background. Just glitter gel pens. The bears are coloured in pencil and also glitter gel pens, and the actual bubblegum machine I use twinkling H2Os and a little bit of white gel pen for these highlights on the glass, and a bit of pencil just for the bear down here. I think it turned out really nice as well. I'm really happy with the page. And then on the top of this glass, well, it's meant to be a glass bowl, I used some of my gloss. I've talked about it before. It's for tiles, actually. It's Glass and Tile Medium by Jo Sonyas, and it just makes a nice shiny sealer on that. Makes it nice and glossy. So I really like how that one turned out as well. So these are all been inspired by Colouring with Kay. So if you want to check out her channel, please do, because this is all sort of the style that she does. Nice, glittery, fun pages, and I'm glad I discovered her because I really enjoy doing this sort of thing. Sometimes it's a nice break from other types of colouring. So that's the 3 I did in that one. Okay, I worked in Daydreams by Hannah Carlson, and I did this one here. This was a lady called Olga Rani. She's on YouTube under that name, and every week she does a challenge that she pulls out of a little container, and the challenge was mouse. So I found this mouse page. You could find a mouse from any colouring book that you have, and I just picked this one. And again, I made some of my own paint with the eyeshadow and Mod Podge method for the nice shiny teapot. The mice are coloured in pencil, and the lantern, and then the water, I just used my Crayola Super Tips, and then again added that glossy tile medium, which made the water kind of shiny, and then a little bit of glitter on the background in the sky. The sky was done with like watercolor. It was a black color, but I just diluted it at different strengths to get darker bits and lighter bits, and then just applied, it's kind of like a blackish purple glitter over the top, but hopefully you can see the glossiness of the teapot as well. So that was for that challenge there. I did one more in Home Sweet Home. I'll just switch off that light now. I don't know if it's glaring or not. Is it glaring? Should be all right, I think. It's not making a glare. I did do this one. This was a buddy colour with Jessica Angelina on Instagram, and we chose this page. This is one of the books that I showed on my channel previously, where I've tried to complete. Just got a few more pages to go, and I did continue on and do this page, and I'm really happy how it turned out. I started with a base colour of watercolour, and then just went over with coloured pencil, and I really like how the chair turned out. It's kind of, it's meant to look like leather, like a worn out leather, and it's very much like my lounge is. My lounge is the same colour, and it is sort of that worn out look as well. And then from the light coming above, I added bits of yellow highlights to emphasize the light coming down onto the chair. Yeah, I really like how it turns out. I think it really looks nice. I tried to use a little bit of a limited colour palette with the browns and greens and yellows, orangey colours, kind of autumn colours, I guess. I think it turned out really nice. It is one of my favourite finishes in this book. So that was done on the 5th of this month. So thank you, Jessica, if you're watching. I don't know if she follows my YouTube, but it was hers turned out really nice too. So I did that one. See how many I've done? I've still got more to go for the fortnight. So this one here is Snugglepot, Cuddlepie and Friends. This is an Australian colouring book. I have showed this on, if you'd want a bit of a flip through, I've shown it on my YouTube channel if you look that up. And I finally did my very first page. I did this one here. I'm really happy with it. It's nice and bright. It's so cute. It took me a while to get onto this book because I wasn't sure if I wanted to colour the pictures, but I tell you, once I started colouring in this cute little what is she, a gum baby. Hang on, I just switched the light off because that's glaring, I think. Is that better? Once I started colouring her in, I was having so much fun. And I did a base layer of Crayola Super Tips, and then I went in and did a bit of shadowing with my coloured pencils. Yeah, she's really looks good. And I always do my colours on like my skin tones. My favourite is Prismacolor. I just like the colour of the Prismacolors for skin, and I just like how they apply, so I'll always use Prismacolor for skin tones. But hopefully they don't look too pinkish. I made the baby look a little bit more pinkish because sometimes babies can be a little bit more reddish. But yeah, I'm really happy with this page. I did have a bit of bleed through, as you can see, from the Super Tips. So what I've gone and done now is I have followed some advice, again by Anne Hatfield, and also someone else I saw on YouTube as well, and they've said to put down golden satin glazing liquid on your page first, let it dry, and then you won't get any bleed through. So I've gone and purchased that, waiting for it to arrive so that I can continue in this beautiful book. Yeah, so unfortunately this page did get a little bit ruined, but I do have 2 copies, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, the next one I did buy the Mouse Guard colouring book. Now this is one of the books I have wanted for a few years. When I first started colouring and I saw Dee Dee Willingham's channel and she had the Mouse Guard, and I've wanted it ever since then, and I finally purchased it. I found it on eBay and it was going very cheaply by someone, never used, and I thought, well, it's the time to buy it. So I think I got it like half price than I would have paid for it. So I did one page in this, and this is this one here. And again, I did this for Olga Rani's colouring challenge this past week, and it was for snail. So any page in any book with a snail in it. So I did this one, and I really like how it turned out. Again, it's all Super Tip markers for the grass leaves in the background. I used Super Tips and pencil for the snail, and then I used glitter Uniball gel pen for the silver of the snail, and then I used just colour pencils to colour in the mouse and the little bluebell flowers. And I'll just put the light on again quickly so you can see the glittery effect of that snail. But I think it looks really good. Hopefully you can catch it in the light there. But his little, I don't know what these are called, his little antennas. And the bottom of him here has got that silvery look to it, which I really wanted, because you know how you see snails, as they've slid by, they leave that silvery snail trail behind. So yeah, I really wanted to do that. There's also a little bit of it on his belt and his earrings and the top of his, what is that? A spike, I guess you would call it. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. And this one didn't have any bleed through, or maybe perhaps just a dot there, but it was pretty good because the paper is really quite thick in this one. So I really like that one. And then last of all, but not least, I have been doing a lot of colouring in this book here, which is called Gods and Beasts, a mythological colouring book. I believe it's an older book as well. It's by Adam Fisher. It says author of Brother Grimm colouring book, and it's probably one of my favourite books at the moment because it has so many different images. And let's have a look. So again, for Olga Rani, I've been following her YouTube channel. Oop, and the page, it's got perforated pages, which this just started to rip. So for last month's challenge, I believe we had to do horses. So I did do this one, but I didn't quite make the cutoff date for that one, but I did it anyway. So this is just woolen markers and some gold watercolor paint, and I used a bit of glitter gel on the mane. It's really pretty. Then this month's challenge is, and you've got to the end of the month to do this challenge, it is for bad women. So I chose this lady here, and it says down the bottom, I'll just turn that light off again, what they all are. So this is a type of spirit who would entice men to her home and lull them to sleep by playing the lute. And once asleep, she would bind them in silk in order to store the victim for eating. So these are, of course, mythological things that people believe in, or, you know, tell their children about. So I did this one. It's all in coloured pencil, and I really like how she turned out. I like how I did a little red eyes and the white skin. And I like how I did her legs, leaving the white. Well, it's not quite white, it's an off-white on her legs. And I like the spider web. I used a bit of white gel pen to sort of whiten the, you know, the spider, the cobwebs behind her. But yeah, I really like that one. And Olga actually puts all the pictures of people who have participated in her colour alongs on her channel, and she has weekly colour challenges, and then she has the monthly colour challenges. So this one is for the month of May. So at the end of May, she will show all the people who have coloured in this colour challenge. Oops, keep ripping them. This again was for the weekly challenge on Olga's channel, and that is for the horse, any horse picture, and this is just done with colour markers. Which markers did I use? Yeah, Ohuhu markers, and a little bit of pencil. So this was from, I think, not last one, but the week before. And then I actually ended up doing a colour along, not a colour along, a buddy colour with Olga, because I follow her YouTube channel so much, and we picked this one. And this is a West African creator goddess representing the sun and the moon who breathe life into all living things. She has a seed that can bring death to whoever she gives it to. So you don't want to receive any seeds from this woman. But this is all coloured pencil. This was all my Starjoy pencils and just a little bit of glitter gel pen up the top here on her headdress, and there's a little bit of gold gel pen just here on the bottom of these horns. Yeah, and a bit of gold glitter gel pen on her eyeshadow and on these tassels here. But I really like how she turned out. I knew I wanted her to be bright and lots of different colours, but I tried to keep to the primary colours, kind of, to keep it cohesive. But yeah, I really like how she turned out. I'm still practicing with my skin, but I'm quite happy with that. Right, so that's all my colouring from the last fortnight. Now I'll just show you some books that I have hauled. I have 3 here. We'll do this one first. This is another oldie, but again, I got it, I think, for $13 on eBay, and it's really big. It's probably a 10 by 10. It's The Amazing Book of Beasts, Colour and Discover. I won't do a complete flip through because there's so many probably already on YouTube, but it has nice, thick, almost cardstock paper. And yeah, it's just all full of different beasts. And then on this side of the page, it has information about them. And yeah, I think I saw this one on Olga Rani's channel. And I saw that it was going cheap, so I thought, why not? I'll grab this one. And it has lots of dragons in it, which I really like at the moment, and lots of interesting characters. Like this lion with a man's face, and this rooster with, you know, dragon wings. So yeah, I look forward to colouring in this, and because they're all sort of made up creatures, you know, you can colour them any colour at all. So this was one just to have a lot of fun in. I might use my glitters in it and my gel pens. So that's that one. I always like going back and buying the books that I missed a few years ago, because you can often get them at a better price than they were years ago. Another one is this one. I saw it on Anne Hatfield's channel, is a Dover colouring book, Medieval Tapestries. This again is by Marty Noble, and it was very cheap. I think it cost me here in Australia, I think it was like $6 or $7 or something like that. The pages are double-sided, but with my glazing satin medium, that won't be a problem. Hopefully, if I want to use markers, I shouldn't have any bleed through. But I have started one in here, which is what I'm trying to show you. It's this one here. It's all in coloured pencil. This is my Starjoy pencils and my Faber-Castell Black Edition. I'll just get up close. And that's as much as I've done so far, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really taking my time. I'm just basically colouring in one person at a time when I get time. Then I have a break, go off, do something, come back, maybe colour in another person. I just want it to look really nice. So I'm really having a good time with this one. I don't know if the light is better on or off. Having a hard time because it's a dark day today, but also a bit of glitter golden uniball pen in that as well. Don't know if you can see it. But yeah, really enjoying this one, and I'm glad I found out about the golden glazing gel, because I thought, oh my god, I'm going to have to colour these all in with just pencil or photocopy them, and I didn't want to photocopy them, so I'm glad that I found out about that method so that I can use, I really want to be able to use watercolour underneath the pencil or the Crayola markers under the pencil, just to brighten it up a bit. But that's the one I'm working on. I am kind of changing my style of colouring. I am sort of getting more into this style as I progress with my colouring. I'm really liking these more intricate style pictures, but this is a really nice book. Again, there is other YouTube videos if you want to see a flip through of that online. And then I bought this one, which is a Renaissance Art Movement series. It's by Vivid Publishers and it's by Chinthaka Harath. And I got this on Amazon, and again we have that glare. I don't know if that's better. Try that. Yeah, I think that's okay. And I really like this one. I will do a flip through quickly of this one. So that's the belongs to page, dedicated to the masters of the Renaissance. Then the introduction. It just says all art is hand-drawn and some shading is included as a guide to add shadowing and lighting. So I really liked that. It says you can use pencils or markers as long as they have a fine tip. And then, of course, to protect the page, put something underneath. Then we have the numbers of what order they're in and who they are. So Sleeping Venus, Echo, Marchioness, Prayers, Lady with Unicorn, and so forth. And then we get to the pictures, and yeah, that lighting's still not great, is it? And I love it because it looks like someone has just sketched this out with their graphite pencil. And it's also, it doesn't have that really dark lines, they're just grey, like grey pencil. And it's really sketchy, but like they said, they've added shading in here. It's just really, really pretty. The paper is finish, you know, but, you know, they are one-sided, so that doesn't really matter. You can still use all your mediums on them. But I just think the images are so pretty. Like, I can really see me colouring these in. And I just love the style of it. So you can see, like on the hands here, it's really kind of sketchy. But, you know, I like that. I used to draw quite a bit, so I really appreciate this style, that it hasn't been overly worked and cleared up on a computer to make it perfect. It's that sketchy look. Look at a little unicorn, little baby unicorn. It's beautiful. I love the faces. They're very pretty. You know, some books you get and you look at the faces and you think, no, you know, something's a little bit off or not as pretty as you could get, but these are all very, very pretty. That one, very nice. You can see all the shading. This one has a lot of shading in it, so you know where to put your shading in. So yeah, really good. So yeah, I'm tending to buy more books in this sort of style now. This and sort of mythical creatures. I was buying a lot. I went through a craze of buying all the, what do you call them, colour by number books. and the mystery mosaic books, things like that, but I realised that's not really what I want to be colouring. To me, they're kind of more activity books, whereas I prefer like this sort of, you know, the proper colouring in of a picture. So yeah, I just think I got a bit off track for a while there, but this is very pretty. The three sisters, they all look very alike. Swan. I think this is Jesus, typical Jesus, white Jesus. And when I saw this, I thought, I'm going to change him. It's funny how there's so many Jesus pictures and he always has, you know, long brown hair and white skin. So I'm going to go and change it and give him dark skin and try to do some sort of dreadlocks or afro or something. Because yeah, being from where he was, Jesus would not have had pearly white skin, which is something that annoys me a little bit when you see artworks from the masters in the past. Yeah, they're all very, very pretty. And yeah, I've seen this one done. Olga Rani did this one, Adam and Eve, I think it is. And yeah, with the snake and the apple, obviously. Yeah, it was just beautiful, beautifully done. So, the rabbit. I think it all might be the same girl actually, because their face all looks pretty much the same in every picture. Maybe a little bit different, but she's very pretty anyway. But yeah, I really love this book. Can't wait to get started. This is on my to-do list for the next fortnight. And then I did lie, I do have some more things to show you. I did print out some PDFs. I managed to get fine colour on Etsy. Oh, I can't. Oh, this light is shocking. Hang on. Just turn it off. Right. Sorry. Like I said, it's a dark day today. Fine colour I got on Etsy by Fateless ebooks. And I just printed out my favourite pictures from this book because there is like lots of pictures. So I just printed out the favourite ones, which I think I would colour first, and saved the rest for when I'm ready. I got this one on Etsy. I've written on the back who I bought them from. But this one I think is in a Colouring Heaven book as well, the steampunk one I think, but I did get this one on Etsy. I just love the Egyptian feel to it. And then I did get some of Herb Leonard's dragons also from Etsy. I don't know if you've seen them before, but he has beautiful artwork, and I wanted to get some dragon pictures, which I don't really have a lot of. So I got quite a few of these. And then these two are also from Etsy by Carolina Kubikowska. Oh, I'm trying to say this. Kubikowska. And that's these two here, which is also a nice sort of sketchy style, I guess you would call it. But they are very pretty. So I got those two on Etsy as well. And if you like any more details about anything you've seen or where I got some of these PDFs, drop me a line down in the comments. And that's all I've got to show you this fortnight, and I will see you back in another fortnight. Have a great colouring week. Bye.